Hi, I'm Aubrey.
And I'm Derrick.
We're with 210 GameCon. Welcome to our table.
Today we're going to be playing Dice Throne. You might be wondering, well, why are you guys playing Dice Throne? You know, a two-player battle game. Well, it's because today we are playing in the Dice Throne tournament and Night Watch games in an attempt, a desperate attempt, to become nationally ranked.
This is not going to end well.
I'm not expecting to be nationally ranked because the tournament is in 3 hours, and we're just now workshopping our game choices. We should have been doing this all week.
We should have been doing this all week, but we have played Dice Throne for years.
For years, yeah. We're very familiar with the rules. We're very familiar with the characters, but you know, when you play in tournaments, people tend to be a lot more familiar with the rules and the characters and the cards. But
but we're going just to have fun.
Yeah. So, if you've never played Dice Throne, I'm just going to kind of just give a brief synopsis of how the game works. So, you pick a character. There's two different seasons, and there's also a Marvel Dice Throne box set. So you choose a character, you open up the character, and your character has certain different attacks. You're given these five dice here, excuse me. 5 dice, and you'll notice these dice have little symbols on them. What you'll do is you get 3 opportunities to roll dice. Then you can put dice aside if you don't want to re-roll them, and you get, you roll again, and then you roll again, and then whatever you've got is kind of what you've got. Okay, those different numbers on the dice and the different symbols on the dice will give you various attacks. When you attack your opponent, then they get an opportunity to defend. There are some attacks that are undefendable, but for the most part, they get to defend. Also with another defense roll. There's different status tokens that you can deal out that will give various effects to them, negative effects to your opponent or positive effects to you. And you also get a hand of cards. You can have up to 7 cards in your hand at the end of the play, and over the course of the game, you're also going to gain combat points, which is the currency that you're going to spend to be able to use these cards. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I know that was pretty brief, but once you start watching the game, this is going to make a lot more sense. So, I'm playing with the Barbarian today. I don't normally play with the Barbarian, but I'm a little familiar with the Barbarian because over Christmas, Dice Throne released a Santa versus Krampus, and Santa tends to be more like the Barbarian.
Yes.
And so the way that the tournament's going to work is you pick 3 characters, and then your opponent tells you 1 character that you cannot play with. It's called ban 1, pick 1. Okay. And then after your opponent bans 1, then you get to pick the one that you want to battle with. There are certain characters that I like to play with, but I'm not bringing to the tournament because I like to play with them because they're fun, not necessarily because they're good. So let's go ahead and roll to see who goes first.
And I've chosen the Cursed Pirate because she's a lot of fun to play. She's a little difficult. I got a 4. What'd you get?
I got a 2, so you get to go first.
I get to go first. So she's a little different in that she has Cursed Doubloons, and she starts with 3. And once those are gone, her board flips, where she is able to do a lot more damage, but she also takes damage at the top of her, what is that called? Upkeep phase. So it's a little more attack. Sometimes I like to flip the board early. Sometimes I don't. I play with her a lot, so I'm most comfortable with her.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you that she's going to be the one that's probably going to be banned the most today.
I would imagine.
Is my guess.
But, I would imagine. So I'm not planning on bringing her, but...
Yeah. No, you need to bring her.
You think so?
Yeah.
Just in case?
Yeah.
So, okay, we start with 50 health points apiece.
And then we start with 4 cards.
4 cards?
We also start with 2 combat points. Now... Normally, at the beginning of your turn, you'll gain a combat point and draw a card. But if you're the first player, you don't get to do that at the initial turn.
Okay, and we'll just kind of, as we play, try to let you guys know what cards we're playing and what the effects are. So I was lucky enough to draw Getting Paid, which is a free card to play. It's an instant card, and I get to gain 2 combat points. right off the bat. So that starts me with 4. And that's it for what I'm going to play now. So I'm going to roll 2 5s, 1 2 5 5 6. I think I will hold on to the 6 and we'll see what happens.
So while Aubrey's doing her rolls, there's 3 different types of cards. There are main cards, which you play during the main phase before you do any attacks. Those are blue. What those do is those adjust your basic attacks on the board. Then there's orange cards, kind of like this one here, and those orange cards will allow you to adjust your dice or adjust your defense. And then there's instant cards, which are red like this, and those you can play at any time. So I can play a red card right now if I wanted to. I'm not going to, but I could.
Oh, okay. So I
Oh.
rolled 3 rolls and decided
Now
to.
I'm going to play an instant card, and it's going to be tip it, and I'm going to tip that 6.
Well, let me explain what I did first.
Okay.
So I rolled 3 times, and I was able to get 3 skulls or 3 6s. And the ultimate goal is to roll all 6s. That's your ultimate attack. It cannot be blocked except for when you play a card, which is what Derrick was about to do. So I did not get that at the top.
It's not that when you play, it's whenever you play a card that can adjust the numbers.
The numbers on the dice. So I paid 1 combat point to play try again, and actually rolled 2 more 6s.
That's pretty good.
So that's good. So I have an ultimate here, but you said that you are going to tip it.
I'm going to play tip it. So I'm going to tip. So what that allows me to do is change the value of one of these dice either up or down 1. So I'll choose one of the 6s to go to a 5.
Okay. Are you sure that you want to waste your card? Because I still have a pretty good attack for 4 6s.
I'm sure.
You're sure. Okay. So that gives me black spot where I get to gain a curse doubloon. So that's going to delay my flipping of my board. I get to inflict parlay, which you can't deal any damage as a result of your offensive roll phase, and I deal 7 undefendable damage.
Okay, and I will take it. So that will put me down to 43.
Okay, and at the end of my phase, I get rid of one of my cursed doubloons, and it is your turn.
Okay, so I will gain a combat point and draw a card, and I'm going to pay 2 combat points for transference, and I'm going to transfer this parlay to you.
Okay, great. So that's one of the great things about this is that these little status effect tokens, you can get rid of them with some cards, you can transfer them with some cards, and that's really kind of an interesting little mechanic. Some of the status cards are positive status effects, so you might even want to use one of your cards to take away a positive status effect from another player. So it gives a lot of flexibility in that way.
I really am not getting much here.
And can we talk about how you are the king of rolling straights?
I always like to try to roll the straights because
Yes.
I feel like that gives you the best opportunity. And we're going to play this after the national ranking game. So that's going to be my strategy is rolling straights. But I'm not rolling a straight right here.
No.
Right here, I have rolled fortitude, which means I could have kept that parlay because I'm not dealing any damage. But my fortitude is 4 hearts, and I get to heal 5.
Oh, nice.
So that'll bring me back up to 48.
Now, I just finished playing a barbarian in our D&D campaign, our last D&D campaign.
Okay, that's it for my time.
Miller and the Hellhound. Millie for short, with heart. And he was a unicorn Lego guy. And when he would rage, he would take his helmet by the he wore a unicorn. It was like a unicorn outfit. He would take his helmet by the horn and throw it, and then rage. Anyway, he was a lot of fun to play. So I'm a little jealous that you're playing the barbarian.
I'm going to tell you that if someone picks the barbarian, you need to not play the cursed pirate.
Yes, because he can heal, and I don't have any defense.
And once those doubloons go away,
yes,
the clock starts ticking.
Okay. I am going to pay pay 1 combat point to play Crow's Nest, and this allows me to either examine your hand, you to discard 1 card of your choosing, or 1 randomly, depending on what
Okay.
I roll. And that is examine your hand. So I'd like to see what cards you have in your hand, sir. He has double up, which is draw 2. Not this time. Oh, prevent 6 damage. And then an attack modifier.
Okay.
Okay, so now that was the first part of my turn. I'm going to do my roll phase. And I have 1, 2, 3, and 5. Let me try to 4 straight. 1 and 5 again. 1 and 5 again. So that is not much of anything except for the Cutlass Strike, which on your top left corner is the very basic of your attacks. So that's what I got. The smallest attack that I could get. It is deal 5 damage. And I didn't get the little 4 of a kind there to inflict anything. So that's defendable.
Okay. And nothing. I didn't get anything there. Okay, and then I'll take 5, so that'll be 43, which I'll go down to.
Okay.
All right, that it?
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
that's it for me.
All right.
Oh, and I lose a Curse Doubloon.
Let me gain my point here. Draw a card. And then I'm going to discard this card. When you discard a card, you can gain a combat point. So, or discard when you discard cards, you gain combat points.
It's like selling cards back.
So, and then I'm going to pay for this double up here, which allows me to draw 2 cards.
I noticed that you just took that 5 damage and didn't use your not this time card.
I didn't have any combat points.
Oh.
And I would have lost 2.
That's true.
Or 1.
Yes.
Okay, and then I have Overpower and Warcry, and then Reckless. I'm gonna discard Overpower 2 for another point, and then I'm gonna pay 2 points for Reckless 2, which allows me, which will deal 20 damage on a large straight.
20?
Yeah, but it gives me 5 damage back.
Oh my goodness.
So let's do this. Let's see what we can
Okay,
get.
let's see what we can get. What is your
Look
ultimate?
at that. 3, 4, 6.
How many damage does your ultimate do?
It does 15.
Oh my gosh.
2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's right. Thank you for pulling.
Yeah, I shouldn't have.
So that's a small straight. That's going to be 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
It's defendable.
And I get to defend. I get to roll 4 dice. And depending on that, depends on the outcome of the roll, depends on what I'll be able to do. So I can deal 2 damage back to you.
Okay.
And I gain 2 CP for those combat points. And okay, so 9 to me. So that brings me
Yes.
down to 41.
And you dealt me 4.
I dealt 2. 2 to you. Okay. Do you have anything for your second main phase?
That's it.
Okay. I am going to do my.
You can get rid of your parlay.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I
Oh,
couldn't
you
deal
shouldn't
any
deal any
damage.
damage last time.
I shouldn't have dealt any damage. So take your 5 back.
I'm going to keep it.
You're going to keep it.
Yeah, I want to be able to play from the trenches. If we're playing in a tournament, I want to have less health.
Okay, I am going to, in my first main phase, spend some of my currency here and play Swashbuckle, and I get to roll 1, and depending on that, we're going to have an outcome. I get to inflict Powder Keg, which blows up if you roll a certain number, so I paid that, and then I roll. Oh, 2 6s. We'll hold on to those. See what happens.
Uh-oh.
3 6s. All right. And I needed at least a Cutlass. So that's 7 undefendable damage, and I can remove as many curse doubloons as desired. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we can make the example of how this board works when you flip it. So I'm going to remove those. 7 undefendable damage to you, which you took.
Okay.
And then it's the end of my turn, so I get to flip it. But I'm going to be taking some damage, serious damage, at the start of my next turn.
All right, so for my upkeep phase, I'm going to roll for my powder keg. What is it?
It is
1 to 2, it blows.
1 to 2, you get 3 damage.
There it goes.
Bluey.
Roll the 1. So 1, 2, 3. All right, now I'm going to gain my point here.
So I don't mean to distract you. If you can chat while you roll, what is your, since we're not going to be posting this until after the fact of the tournament, you said that there are characters you like to play. What is your favorite character to play?
Shadow Thief is my favorite, but he or she, I think it's a she, is very difficult to play.
Okay, yeah, I played the Shadow Thief and I can't get it to do anything for me.
Well, I was going for that large straight, but I'm not going to get it. I am going to get this though.
You get to heal again.
I get to heal 5 points.
5 points.
Which is going to work really well against your losing 4 points every turn.
Yes, it is.
All right, that's it for me.
Okay, so my first upkeep phase, my passive thing is that I have to receive 4 damage. So that's going to take me down from 41 to 37.
I also like to play the Artificer or Artificier. I don't know how that's supposed to be. Artificer. He has these robots that he commands to defend and attack for him. I like complicated types of characters that you have to figure out how to use. That is what ends up being the most fun for me.
See, I can't handle him either. He's too... Oh, look at all of these treasure chests. What do I want to do? Because that is already... Let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and take and keep 3 of these and do Dread Mark, where I get to gain 2 combat points, and then I get to roll 4. Are you going to change anything here?
I'm not.
Okay, I get to roll 4. All right, and that is 2 times each cutlass undefeatable damage, so that's 4 to you.
Okay.
I get to draw 2 cards, and that's it for that attack.
Okay.
Now,
did you take your 4?
Yes, I did.
What are you at now?
37.
Okay.
And how many cards can I have at the end of
7?
7. Okay, I'm going to play this instant card for 1 combat point, and that is to double up and draw 2 cards. And then I'm going to sell that one, my second main phase, and that's it for me.
All right. So I don't have any status effects, so I'll gain my point there, draw a card, and we'll go ahead and...
I see your brain working over there.
Yeah. I'm going to discard this. I'm going to just keep it. I'm just going to keep it. Then roll. Let's see what we get here. Oh, man. That's a pretty good roll. 2 6s. We're going to keep those 6s. We're going to see what we can get here.
Oh, another 6. Oh, I'm shaking in my big pirate boots.
You're shivering in your timbers.
I'm shivering in my timbers.
All right, so I did not get what I wanted there, but I do have Sturdy Blow, which I was about to upgrade, or which I was about to discard. And so so that's going to be 4 undefendable damage.
Okay.
But I'm not done yet.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to pay 2 points for Get Some, which will allow me to roll 5 dice. And then for every sword, I add 1 damage and inflict concussion.
No swords.
3 swords. So 7 undefendable.
Okay.
And then you get concussion. What this means is you must skip your income phase.
Okay, I can handle that.
Okay.
Okay,
So that's it for me.
Okay, so that put me down to 30.
Okay.
But I have to take during my upkeep phase the 4. So that'll put me to 26. What are you at?
32.
32. Okay, and I don't get to do an income phase.
Okay, and then you can give me the concussion back.
Okay. I am holding on to that for a little bit. Let me remember that I have this card. Let's try to do some damage here. 2 4s, 2 1s, and a 6. Let's keep these. Another 6. You know what? I'm going to play Tip It to tip this 1 that I kept to 6 and see what else I can do here. No. But I do have 1 more time, which allows me to roll up to 5
you know what
dice.
Happened last time you did that?
What happened? I don't know.
You rolled 2 6s.
Oh, that's right. This one doesn't count. I didn't hit in the thing.
Ooh.
Right.
And you rolled the same thing.
4, 5, I did 4, 5, and 3 6s. Which is nothing.
Oh, ouch! That's gonna lose you the game.
That's gonna lose it. Yeah. Man, see, sometimes when you push,
you really didn't have a choice.
I didn't have a choice, but you know that just happens sometimes.
Okay.
So, swing and a miss.
All right. So let me gain my point here. All right, and then we're gonna roll and see what we can get here.
Okay.
This is gonna be large straight time. I can feel it. No.
That
all
is a
twos.
lot of 2s.
So we'll put the 2 and the 5 away. 2, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5.
2, 3, 4, 5.
And that's going to be non-defendable to you.
Okay, I am going to roll my defense. I get to roll 5 now that I flipped my board. Oh, I get to inflict a curse to balloon on you,
Okay.
which gives you damage during your upkeep. I get to gain 1 combat point, and then deal 2 damage to you back. And then I'm going to play not this time. So I drew one of those as well that prevents 6 damage.
Okay.
So
that was 9. So
3 to me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down to 23.
Okay.
Things are getting a little scary on this side of the table. Okay, and that's it for me.
Okay, now it's your attack phase.
That was my
defense.
Okay. That was right. Okay, so now I get to do my income phase. Oh, I'm going to play this blue card, Pillage. Steal 1 CP from a chosen opponent. I guess that would be you.
Yeah.
So that takes away some of your ability to play some cards, maybe.
There's
2
those 6s again.
See if I can make something happen with them this time. You know what? I'm going to play it safe and keep one of those cutlasses and try to get a 6. No.
3, 4, 5, 6.
No, but I've got... Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6, small straight, gives 7 damage. This one deals 8. You know what? I'm going to do this one.
Okay.
The Abysmal Walk. Okay, so I get to steal a CP, combat point.
Okay.
I get to, you get to discard a card of your choice. I inflict Wither, which...
so I'm discarding a card, so now I gain another combat point.
Yes, because you still get to sell that. So that takes away 1 damage as a result of your... just reduces 1 damage. And then I get to deal 8 damage to you. I'm also going to spend 2 here to play Run You Through. So that allows me to add damage, hopefully. I get to add 3 to the total damage. And since I added 3, I get to inflict a powder keg. Okay, so that was.
So what are we looking at here?
11.
11. And
Board
it's
games and
defendable.
math, man.
And it's
They go hand in
defendable.
hand.
All right, so I'm going to get to heal 2. And then I'm going to spend 1 for not this time. So that's going to be 6. So that's 5 you're going to be dealing to me. Right? So 11.
Yes.
Okay. So that'll bring me down to 25. Because you have to take the damage first.
Oh, I forgot to take.
Then you have to heal 2. So then I'll heal 2. Back to 27.
Okay, I forgot to take my damage at the first of
Okay.
the turn. So now I am down to 19. What are you?
I am at 27.
27. Oh,
Okay.
wow. Okay.
All right, that's it for me. And so
that's it for me. So it's
that's it
not
for
your
you.
turn.
So now I take 1 damage from my Curse of Bloom. I roll for my powder keg, which is a 6. So I think
You
I
get to transfer it to me.
All right. And then Wither I have, and that takes 1 damage. Is it stacked
It
or it goes
is.
away?
It stacks, but it is. Yeah, it's persistent.
Okay. And then. Ooh. Okay. All right. And then we're gonna roll. Let's see what we can get here. Ooh, we're gonna keep these 6s.
Smart.
Oh,
I don't know. You have a 4, 5, 6. Decisions.
4, 5, 6.
Try
2,
again.
4.
Go for it.
I am gonna go for it.
One
All
more
right,
6.
1 more 6. And then
I don't have much over
and
here
then I'm
either.
gonna spend 1 for 6 it. And that'll make this. So that's gonna be inflict stun.
Okay, what does that do?
I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay.
And then 5 undefendable damage, but since I have the Wither, it's 4 undefendable.
4
damage.
undefendable.
Okay. So you cannot play any cards. You can't use any status tokens or anything or any defense.
Okay.
After my attack concludes, the player who inflicted stun removes the token and immediately targets you again.
Oh, so it just takes away. So I am literally stunned.
Yeah. And so now.
Stunned.
Now let's go for that 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, he's gonna get it this time.
3, 4, 5, 6. Let's move that over here. Come on, 2. Nope. Man, I wish I had.
Lucky me.
I wish I had to tip it, but I don't. So it's going to be 8 defendable to you.
Okay.
Because of the Wither.
8 defendable. Did I need to roll for this at the beginning?
No, because I just attacked you.
Okay, I get to add another Curse the Balloon to you.
Okay.
I get to get some income here. And I deal 3 back to you.
Okay.
So how many did I take?
8.
Oh, gosh.
Now, these tokens are really cool, but if you guys go to the Board Game Geek store, they have these really cool plastic tokens for different things. Like we got them for Quacks of Quedlinburg and just a Wingspan and some other games like that. They have some really cool Dice Throne tokens. The only reason I haven't gotten them those because I don't know if they'll fit into the cases.
Oh, fit into the cases.
These cases are really fit tight, but they're just fit tight because I sleeved the cards.
Okay.
All right, so that was my attack.
Okay, so now it's my turn.
Yeah.
I'm going to take. This is bad.
What are you at now?
I'm at 3.
Ooh.
3. And I have to roll for the powder keg that you sent back to me.
Kablowy.
It blows. So that's it.
That deals you 3 damage.
That deals me 3 damage, puts me down to 0. And we say
GGWP. Good game, well played. 23-0. I think I'm bringing the Barbarian today.
23. That's barely over half. That's like
2 under half.
2 under half.
That's just because the Barbarian is really strong against the
Now,
pyro.
you can heal, but you can't block anything.
I cannot block anything.
You can't block anything.
Except for that one, what is it called? Where you get to block 6.
Oh, except for
Not
your
this
card.
time.
But your defense roll doesn't
Right.
block anything. She doesn't prevent any. Well, she can if I roll a skull, then she can block 2 for each skull. But I never roll 6s on my defense. I just never get that lucky.
Yeah.
But it is lucky to get it on your offense. So
All right.
That's it. That's Dice
All right.
Throne.
Wish us luck.
Wish us luck. And you can always find us on Instagram and Facebook at 210 GameCon. Tickets are available on our website for the con in October already. So do that.
Yeah.
We're real excited, guys. Things are snowballing very quickly. So follow along so you don't miss out on anything.
Yeah.
And that's it for us today.
All right. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks for joining us. Good game, well played.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye, y'all.